This installation video is to install our new factory style replacement door panels to replace an original or to upgrade the looks of your Bronco. So first thing, we're going to remove the armrest screws holding the armrest in place. Remove the window crank assembly. Then under the armrest, we're going to remove the interior paddle handle. And then we're going to remove the screws that hold the door panel to the door. Once all the door panel has been removed and all the additional hardware, now would be a good time to get in and maybe squirt a little lubricant on the door latch assembly, maybe the outer door handle, and then even lube up the window crank assembly as well. Since we're here, once we go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and install the door panel seals to protect the back sides of the door panels from any moisture. After you've lubricated the latch assembly and the window crank assembly, we went ahead and removed all the spring steel clips that the old door panel was held in with to get them out of the way so that the new panel will fit flush. Show one of these first, I guess. So the door panels are going to need you to remove a small portion pre-perforated line cutout to install the new clips, which you would have bought in addition to the panels. So if you can see the perforated line here, it's already pre-cut for you. It's kind of hard to see. We're going to take a light incision along here, and then at the corner of their perforation, we're just going to start pulling it up a couple layers at a time, being careful not to go too deep and poke through the exterior of the door panel. And this is going to need to be removed for each of the clips around the door panel assembly. Once all of the material has been carefully removed, we're going to go ahead and install clips into the new cutout and pressing them down into position. And you're going to need to do that for every panel clip area around the door insert. The next procedure is going to be to remove the rectangular section where the door cup and paddle handle assembly will go. It's already got a perforated line all the way around here. So we're just going to start removing a couple layers at a time until we get all that material removed. Making sure not to go too deep and puncturing the vinyl on the other side. Just don't want to do that. Just go slow and easy to remove the material. Small incision where you have to. Definitely want to take your time for this part of the process until it's removed, like so. Once the cardboard has been removed, we're now going to take our X-Acto knife and cut an X from one side to the other in order for this to fold through, so when we put the door cup in place, it'll have a nice snug fit. Like so. So when you put your door cup in, you can fold it back. Once we cut the X through the vinyl material, we're now going to take a pair of scissors and cut back the foam around the edges so that the door cup will fit right into place and hold the vinyl all pulled back. So a nice clean look from the outside. As you can see, once the X has been made and the foam has been removed from majority of the hole, we've cut out and removed a bunch of the excess material so that it's out of the way and won't interfere when we assemble this piece. Once we made our X cutout for the door cup area, and once we removed the foam from a majority behind the vinyl, we then trimmed out a little bit of the excess so we don't have too much to deal with when we install it. And then you'll have to go ahead and then cut out the perforated lines for the armrest assembly, and we went ahead and X'd those out too. And you'll have to cut out this hole here for the window assembly, the window crank. And we'll wait to cut this vinyl and foam out until after the panel is installed. And we went ahead and installed the door panel weather seals, the black portion away from the panel, and you just pop it over the clips, just stretch to fit. They might not fit exactly over each hole centered, and then we just added a little bit of tape just to make sure it wasn't going to move around at all while we were installing the panel. Now we're going to go ahead and install the panel. We're going to start at the top rear corner, kind of get a couple lined up before we start pushing the clips in place. And just slowly install the clips one at a time. Nice, easy, steady pressure. Popping them in place until they're all seated and installed. They're all clipped in. Now we're going to take our door panel, door cup, and install it into the panel assembly and test for fit, making sure that the holes for the actuator are going to line up with our cup and nothing needs to be moved around. Alright, cut it. Try it. Next we'll install the door cup and the inner paddle handle assembly. Now that the panel's in place, we're going to trim a little bit more of the material around these rectangle holes for the armrest assemblies. And we're going to go ahead and install our new black armrests. If you want to, you can just edit out the sound on this one. We're going to start all 3 armrest screws loosely and then go ahead and snug them up. Armrest installed.
Wait, go ahead. Now.
Okay, so now we just have the window crank shaft to expose, and again we're just going to take and cut a very small X over the top of the shaft to expose it. Again, being very careful how you trim this, because one slip here would not be good. And now we'll just go ahead and trim a little bit of excess material on around the shaft. And then we'll just double check our crank fit.